Hey fellow enthusiasts, this is TommyLanham.
And I'm Tammy.
And we are on a mission to break the monotony of the mundane and the mediocre by bringing as much enthusiasm to as many families as we possibly can. Hey, if you want to follow us on our journey through a February spend fast, then this video is for you.
Here we go.
Hey, about 4 years ago, my wife came up with this crazy, weird idea of doing a full month spending fast where we just do not spend money during the whole month. We typically pick February to do that.
Because it's a shorter month.
Exactly. But it's a practice and discipline for us, and it's fun, it's exciting, and it's an opportunity to kind of get your creative juices flowing. And since this was her idea, and I'm just kind of on board with it, I'm going to allow her to do most of the talking.
Okay guys, one of the things that I enjoy doing about our spending fast is it helps free up my time, my life, and my money. Okay, and I love to save money. I hate spending money, especially on things that are not fun or essential. Don't you hate getting work done on your car? You have to get it done. You have to have your car to go places, but it's not fun money to spend. And so I hate spending money. I would rather have it put in savings for that security or do something fun with it. Take the kids to the movies. Do fun things with it. So this was a way to save some money, to save some time, and then it frees up my life, my mental stress. It really does help kind of free all that up. So we're going to go through some of the things that we do. Over the 4 years that we've done this now, we've gotten a lot of questions, and so I've got some answers for you. And then the next few videos, we're going to shoot it on Saturdays as we go into the 4-week process, and we will let you know how we're doing along our journey. You get to follow us on our journey down this road of a spend fast. So hopefully you might want to listen to this and say, hey, I'm on board. Or you may listen to this video and think these people are crazy. And you may tune in over the next few weeks just to see how we do. Or you may never, ever want to hear of us again, and that's okay. We love you. Come back soon. All right, one of the questions that I often get with the spend fast is why? What are some of your goals? It helps us be creative, as Tommy had kind of mentioned. It helps us use up what we already have, because mamas, you know, and some of you daddies too, we buy things and we stick it in the back of the cabinet with good intentions of using it soon, and then you just don't ever use it again. And when you clean out your cabinets, you find that stray can of soup in the back that you wonder why you got that in the first place. It helps you, forces you to use up some of those pantry items that have been there a while and they need to be used up. It also helps us save time, and it helps us stretch ourselves and be really creative. Now, on the time-saving thing, I typically go to the store once a week. Sometimes I'll go every 2 weeks, and I know of mamas that go once a month, and that is awesome. But it is never a really fun, exciting trip. It's one of those things you have to do. It's kind of like getting the car fixed. You have to go get your groceries. That's something you have to do. And I
You don't have fun shopping?
well, I kind of, okay, most people don't. I love couponing, and so I enjoy kind of going. It's kind of like a game for me, but it's not something I look forward to every week. And if I don't have to do it, woohoo, that's one less trip I have to make for the week. So that's a blessing for me. This is your spending fast. So if you decide that you can't do this for a month or for a week, that's okay. Pick a level that you can start out on. If it means you're just fasting from drinking coffee this week, or from drinking coffee this month, I'm stepping on toes, aren't I? It might be junk food. It may be giving up your daily drive through coming home, picking up something for dinner, or picking up that coffee or that Diet Coke. It may be giving that up for a month. All we're asking is to just step out, and if you want to join us on something like this, start with something. Start small. You don't have to do all stores for an entire month like we're going to be doing, okay? We tend to go a little bit all out on everything, so this is us. We are fasting from all stores. Now, it does not include our bills. We will pay our bills as regular every month. And we will also get gas. My husband is a public speaker. He travels. We, as most of you do, you work, you gotta get gas. So we do get our gas, but we don't run inside the store for that bottle of Gatorade or that Diet Coke or that candy bar. We don't let the kids go in and get stuff. We get the gas and we go home. Just like that little trip on your way home from the grocery store or from work to go to the grocery store, you think, oh, I'm going to run by and grab this for dinner, or I'm going to grab these 2 or 3 items that I need. You end up coming out with a whole basket full of stuff that you weren't planning to buy.
Right.
And you spent 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, fighting all the other people that are running in for a quick trip on their way home from work. All of you that have been to the grocery store after 5 o'clock in the evening know what I'm talking about. It's not pretty. We eat a lot of produce and fresh foods. We don't eat a whole lot of processed foods. So a lot of you might be asking, well, how in the world do I do this? These are things you can buy that you can freeze and that are good for the entire month. Frozen grapes happens to be one of my husband's favorite foods.
They are delicious.
We also discovered frozen blueberries. You can stick them in the freezer, rinse them off, stick them in the freezer, and then pull them out, put them in your cereal, and the milk actually will freeze around the blueberries, and it's kind of like yogurt-covered blueberries down inside your milk each morning.
And they are also delicious.
You can freeze strawberries, but don't try to bite into those suckers because you'll break your teeth off. But I will tell you, for smoothies and adding in other things, strawberries are freezable, and then bananas. The first week we eat our fresh bananas, but the remaining 3 weeks of the fast, your fresh bananas aren't going to be bananas anymore, edible anymore. So we take them, we peel them, cut them into 4ths or 5ths, drop them over in a Ziploc bag, and pop them in the freezer. At the end of the month, when we're wanting some fresh fruits, we're wanting something that something a little bit sweet, we pull out those bananas, we drop them in the bottom of the blender, we add either milk or almond milk, some sort of base, add a little bit of vanilla, and this is when those frozen strawberries come in, or the blueberries, or even the grapes. You put them down inside of the blender, turn it on, and what comes out is the consistency of soft serve ice cream with no preservatives, no added sugar, no added anything. It's just fruit. And my kids and my husband loves it.
This is also delicious.
Things like spinach, guys, your spinach and lettuces aren't gonna last that long. And so we will have a lot of salads the first week, but then the remaining 3 weeks, we look for other alternatives. Eat your greens first. Your broccoli can be frozen. And so eat your fresh broccoli the first week, but then the rest of the weeks, stick it in the freezer, pull it out, pop it in and steam it, and it is delicious. If you spend a whole bunch of money right before, at the very beginning of February, to stock up on everything you might need in February, how are you really saving money? That's a good question. This year is actually our very first year that we've not stocked up on so much stuff, because we already have so much stuff stocked up on, and we want to use up what we already have. And the only exception to that rule is toilet paper.
We stocked up on toilet paper.
You don't want to run out of toilet paper in the middle of a spending fast, okay? Stock up on toilet paper. Everything else, you can wait on. You can wait until the 1st of March. Not your toilet paper. Going back to the saving money, how are you saving money if you go and stock up on a lot of these things? You go into the grocery store with your list, and you typically come back with more things than what was on your list. You might go in for 1 or 2 things, you might come out for 10, you might go in for a whole grocery cart's worth and come out with 2 carts, okay? You always buy a little bit of extra. That's where some of the money savings comes in, because you go into the store, you buy what you're looking for, you buy what you need, and then you come home and you don't go back to the store. So there's not an opportunity to buy extra little things because you're not buying anything. That's where the money savings comes in. Oh, packing your lunches. Try not going out to eat with your colleagues for lunch. That's a hard one. Now, try packing your lunches. Check out Pinterest. Pinterest has some great ideas for packing lunches that you can do on Sunday for the entire week. And you don't even have to get up each morning to pack your lunch. It's already fixed for the whole week. They have some great ideas. Stay prepared. That is a really important one. If you get behind and you start getting low on snacks and low on quick grab stuff, there's things you can do. You can make some energy balls. You can make extra little peanut butter crackers. You can make little things that you can have sitting around in the kitchen ready for people to just come by that want a light snack, something. And I've got 2 kids, 11 and 14, and they're constantly wanting something to snack on. So if I have little containers in there with just small, quick, easy things to make, that's their snacks. And so I don't panic when I don't have a whole lot of extra things for them.
All right. Hey guys, we just want to share this journey with you guys. If you want to go on this journey with us, we welcome you to come. Or if you just want to watch us on our journey and see how it turns out, it's probably going to be entertaining and maybe even informative, okay? So we just ask you to, one way or another, at some level, to go on this journey with us. And we are going to share along the way each week how we're doing in our journey through our spin fast in February. Hey, the reason we do this and other weird stuff that we do as a family is because it helps us to break the monotony of the mundane and the mediocre. We do not want to be mediocre. We just want you to be along this journey with us regardless of where we're going. We want our fellow enthusiasts, especially our fellow enthusiast families, to be on this journey with us. So subscribe, comment, become a part of the enthusiast community.
We have already hit our first roadblock. One of the, in my opinion, one of the best movies in the world came out back in December. It's called The Greatest Showman, right?
Very good movie.
Good movie. And my daughter has been wanting to go see it with a couple of her friends. So we had promised that we would take them to The Greatest Showman on this past weekend, and it snowed. We canceled it and we rescheduled it for tonight. And today is February 1st, for those of you watching on other days. Today is the first day of our spending fast. We don't spend money in February. So I felt about this big, thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? I can't back out on this. What am I going to do? So my daughter, and her wonderful 14 years of wisdom, ended up finding some movie tickets that were gifted to her for Christmas. And she pulled them out last night and offered that we could take those tickets and go to the movies tonight. So it teaches our children generosity as well.
Absolutely.
And how to think around spending money. So that was our first roadblock, and I'm sure we will have many more. Something always comes up every year. And every year we are stretched to be as creative as possible. If you're really brave, hop on board. Leave the comments below. Let us know that you're in on this and that you want to try this. Or you can comment below and say, y'all are just crazy, and I'm going to follow along to see how crazy you can be.
We've heard that before too.